So, hello, this is the video interview that I am doing with Leia Oliver. Tell us a bit about yourself, Leia.
Hi, my name's Leia. I am a fourth year maths student at the University of Dundee.
Perfect. So she's going to be answering a couple of our questions that were from the Wellcome Trust report about science in the public and how they can emerge together. So, first question. How do you feel about science as a topic? Did you enjoy it at school? And do you think that you use anything that you've learned in school regularly or in the last week?
I think science as a topic is really important because obviously it's used in a lot of things in everyday life, such as medicines, and there's a lot of science behind things like, construction of say maybe cars, bridges, buildings. There's science in loads of things. I did enjoy it at school. I did 2 hires of chemistry and biology. I would say I probably more enjoyed the biology side, learning about the human body and things like that. But I don't think anything that I've used at school I've used in the last week or recently.
Fair enough, that's fine. Next question. What was your favourite topic in science? And do you think that there should be another science subject, for example, technologies, medicine or space research? So what was your favourite topic in science, first of all?
Probably learning about the human body and the brain and things like that. I just find them really interesting. I'm not sure if I think having another topic at high school would be such a good idea, because there's only so much you can do relevant to being able to sit exams and things like that. But I think it'd be good to maybe learn more about it in say the primary school, about more things to do with everyday life and science, rather than just so I can't really remember doing any sort of science at primary school.
Okay.
But that was quite a lot of years ago.
It's getting on a bit. Okay, so this next one is wait till I find the mouse. Where is it? There it is. There. So this one is how you would rate yourself in relation to the Wellcome Trust report. So how would you rate yourself? As a confident believer, so that is someone who is interested in science and interested in politics. As a technophile, who is someone who is interested in science and a bit sceptical of politics. A supporter, which is someone who's amazed by science, but they think that politicians have everything under control. Would you say that you are concerned, which is science is more important for children than themselves, and you are sceptical but realistic of politicians? You are not sure about science or politics, which is you're not for or against science, and you're concerned mostly with the money aspect of life and politicians and politics. And the last one is not for me. So that is science is for the future generations, not really us, and you're not really interested in politics. So that's confident believer, technophile, supporter, concerned, not sure about science or politics, or not for me.
I'd probably go technophile, interested in science, sceptical about politics.
That's fine. Why would you pick that?
Probably just because I've studied more science and not as much politics, so I know a bit more about science than I do about politics and politicians and things like that, which I am interested in, and I would like to know more about it, but just never ever got round to getting, because it'll all have to be self-based research. So out of all those options, that's probably the best for me.
That's one. No, perfect. Good answer. Okay. Getting into the last couple of questions now. How do you think that science takes part in day-to-day life in the public? So how do you think that science plays such a part in the public's lives?
Well, science is used every day really, because obviously I use my phone every day, that's had science, that uses science, people are going to the doctors getting prescribed medicines every day, that's all scientific research, just I think it's get used quite a lot really by the public, but I don't think the public realise how much it gets used by them every day.
Interesting. Next one. If you could instantly know more about any scientific topic, what would it be and why?
Probably just more medical based, so that you can maybe I don't know, just because I think it'd be more interesting just to know kind of sort of, you could if I knew more about science and symptoms for things, or say an illness that I had or a family member or a friend had, you'd know more how maybe see how serious it was, if it was worth going to hospital for, if you could treat it yourself. So I think a lot of people you see all the time that the A&Es and things like that are packed with people that like really don't need like to go to an accident emergency, like, but if they knew maybe more about how to help themselves and treat themselves like through science, they wouldn't maybe
be for the better.
Yeah, it would maybe like work out for the better.
Okay.
I think, but I'm not sure.
Interesting. Yeah, no, that's good. And the last one, it's quite a big one, so it's a couple of questions joined together. So, do you feel that the public should know more about science, and what are your views on science? So we'll start with that one. So, do you feel that they should know more about science?
I think it would be good for them to know more about science, just because I think it would be like I said before, like useful for people to know like what they use in their life that's to do with science and how much science plays a part in their life. But because like right now a lot of people don't, it isn't like a necessity, but it would, I think it would maybe be useful in the future.
Okay, that's good. Do you think that things get kept from the public, that scientists are maybe that they're as open as they should be, and do you think that rules are followed strictly by scientists? So do you think that things go on behind closed doors that the public will never know about?
Personally, like, I would have no idea about this question, but I'm assuming there's always going to be things that they probably do keep behind closed doors, like maybe things that they don't feel like the public necessarily needs to be like they don't need to know. But I mean, I think they keep everything like relatively open, but again, like, I'm not 100% sure about things like
That's
that.
fine then. And do you think the research should be more open and accessible to the public? So do you think that maybe they should promote it through flyers through people's doors what they find, or do you think it should be on the internet what they find, or is it just that if you're at university level then you can only if you're at that level then you should have access to it?
I think like most like maybe like research and science and things like that should be put on the internet if they are wanting to get it made aware to the public. I think people who are interested in science will always find a way to find out about what's going on in the scientific world, like, but people that aren't interested in science maybe will never find out. And I mean, it could be a good idea, like maybe give out flyers and things like that, but if people are never interested in it, I don't think anything's going to push them interest in it.
That's a fair point.
So
you said okay, that's the end of the questions, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers. It's been a pleasure.
You too.
And see you later. Bye.